Something we've only seen less than a handful of times since this franchise was born back in the 90s, and that's Jacksonville hosting in the playoffs as we welcome you to TIAA Bank Field. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Cleveland Browns and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Take it in at the 3. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And pretty good field position here. He's out of bounds right at the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku, and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now a 1st down throw, Watson. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 31-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. To throw is Watson. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Well, whatever script they put together for this offensive drive, Charles, seems to be working. Curious to see if this defense will make any adjustments here.
Things certainly going according to plan, aren't they? I mean, the way they're advancing the football, it's like they're on the practice field having one of their better days. But instead, it's game day, and they're moving the ball downfield with purpose.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Back to throw, Watson. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson on the move to his left. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Well, it seems pretty clear on this opening drive that they want to get him involved, not only, Charles, in the run game, but in the pass game as well. And he can be such a weapon for them when they utilize him this way.
And, partner, you know I'm a veteran, right? In other words, that means a little bit older. Back in my day, we used to call a guy like this a workhorse, except he carried the ball all the time. Now they get it to him a variety of ways. But you're right, they want to run their offense through him.
York able to send this one through. Not the touchdown they wanted, but hey, you're on the road in the playoffs. They did get 3 on the board.
Yeah, it's a good opening drive, so you feel good about it yourself. You get to the sidelines. The defense feels good about you helping them right out of the gate. The team, yeah, they feel pretty good about coming in the playoffs and getting points on the board right away.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground. ETN. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
On first down, Lawrence. And he whips that one incomplete there.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
On second down, a run with ETN. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On third down, Lawrence. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. It's caught inside the 25. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Running out of the gun with ETN. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there. Now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
And it's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And the Browns are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off. That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
On 2nd and 10, Lawrence. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down. ETN up the middle. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle, but give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
On 2nd down, ETN once more. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Lawrence. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
He hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game, and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen, go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Browns drive about to get started.
For this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
On 2nd and 9, Watson to the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. Second catch of this AFC title game, but he's got a first down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
On first down, it's Watson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Watson now to throw. Flush to his right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
And he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Watson. That's out to Chubb, complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
But nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. So we're trading first-half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. Got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And Lawrence will throw. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Martin Emerson.
And the Browns are going to take possession of the football.
So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess. That allows for extra yardage on the return.
And his throw is going to be incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
To throw again on 2nd down. Watson. He's got the connection to Cooper.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good, and it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now it's Watson. His throw incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
A 3rd field goal of the 1st half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. Now Watson. Eluding the pressure, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Josh Allen in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it, and they continue to lead in the battle of field goals here. It's now 9-3.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not have the balls go through goalposts.
AFC title game, 2nd quarter action. 2 minutes to play. A reminder, as we did all through the regular season, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman at halftime. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Now Lawrence to throw. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
This one complete to Christian Kirk. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 43.
Straight ahead, Etienne.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here's Lawrence.
Dancing to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. On fourth down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play. 2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So we come upon halftime in the AFC title game. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they have work to do in this second half if they want to earn that berth to the Super Bowl.
And I'm pretty sure this is where their coaches at halftime were saying don't panic, and then demonstrating it by not making a lot of drastic changes to the game plan. Let's just get back to doing what we've been doing all year long. That should be more than good enough.
On second down, Etienne once more. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. He targets Ingram for another grab. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down. A shotgun snap and again to Etienne. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, on the tackle. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. Thought they were going to force a fourth down. Instead, P.I. gives them the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Lawrence. He'll air this one out for Kirk. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
They were well aware of the scoreboard as they went into halftime, and they know how tough it's been to put up any kind of points. But if there's a positive after that play, is that they were able to take a shot at the end zone on their opening drive of this half. The negative, though, that shot at 6 ended in it.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground, and the Jags grab it. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. Extra point attempt to come here. And that one puts them on top here in the third. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Taking it about the 1. And he returns this to the 22. The Browns drive about to get started. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Watson. Quick throw, and he's got Amari Cooper. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Watson hooking up with Cooper there for the Cleveland first. Here's Watson. Right back to Cooper, and he got him again. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
A couple of 1st downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
From the 50, it's Watson. They'll roll him out right. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw, Watson. And that is taken in by Njoku. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards 2:22 on the clock. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. To the air yet again, Watson. And this is incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity that just went awry there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
AFC Championship tilt, 3rd quarter of play. This is 2nd and 10. To throw is Watson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. York able to send this one through. And they take the lead here by 2, 12-10. Another drive bogs down, but for the fourth time, they're able to escape with 3 points.
And this last one gives them the lead, so that's a good thing. And they've needed every one of these field goals, but it has to feel good to them to know that confidence is there. If we do bog down, they'll give us 3 points.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Lawrence forced out to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat. And if he flushes out, they're fine with that. And they force another incompletion.
Flushed out right. And that will be incomplete.
Understanding he's just down 1 possession, trying to make something happen by extending the play, but the coverage downfield was excellent. He escaped and bought some time, but that one goes incomplete.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And, Charles, we've seen almost 3 full quarters now, and neither offense can really get it going. Neither has hit the end zone, and neither side seemingly can make that big play.
But the game hasn't been devoid of action because these two defenses, they've taken over and they've slugged it out. But I think you're exactly right. We're at that stage of the game now where one of these offenses, if they make a big play, that could be the difference.
From the 41, Watson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
That's Foley Fadukasi who got in there and finished off the play.
1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Browns on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. Watson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 5. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And they are in need of points here, no doubt about that. With a Super Bowl berth on the line and trailing here in the 4th quarter, this possession gigantic. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
And next time, Brandon, I think you might want to consider running it because those defensive backs, they were plastered to the receivers, and they weren't letting up as that play went on.
On 2nd and 10, Watson.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Second catch of this AFC title game, but he's got a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now a first down throw, Watson. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at the big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
Looking to maybe throw for it here, Watson. Buying time to his left. And no, incomplete. They can't convert. So they tried to bump the lead up to a field goal. Instead, it stays at 1 here in the fourth. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 24.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Yeah, this will be a Jaguars first down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll go again with Etienne. He'll get this to about the 38.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 38, Lawrence. Finding Etienne here, catching it on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. And this defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now it's Watson. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth-quarter lead. Open man right side is Ingram. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Here's a give to Etienne. He fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 44, Lawrence. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Etienne with it.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Lawrence.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. But we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And this one is right through. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they managed the clock exactly right.
The Browns drive about to get started.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
Watson to throw.
And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
Going out wide, finds Chubb.
So he stopped for no gain, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now Watson.
He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone.
And now they're going to get the timeout. So a huge play has him in field goal range with a chance to possibly send this one to OT. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
Well, the entire game coming down to this kick from Cade York.
This for a trip to the Super Bowl. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Browns are going to win the football game.
The Cleveland Browns are AFC champs. As we say goodnight, everybody.